Okay.
Good morning.
We're having many Zoom difficulties today.
Good morning, Sherry.
Someone just hung up. Okay, hold on. I got something from Dale too. What I heard is if you actually sign directly into your Zoom, that you're going to have better luck. And what Dale said is please check email Zoom issue that you need to correct. They locked down the system, and of course there's a glitch. So sorry.
What?
I can tell it's going to be a day, people.
Yeah, I was just about to text you and ask you if I do cut out. Would you mind if I called up Tyler?
You did text me, right?
Yes. I was about to text you back saying, well, would you mind if I called Tyler?
Okay, right now you're on. If you go off, then yes, you can call Tyler because I have people on everybody's phone right now.
Oh, gosh.
See, Natasha, you're on. So who was the last person I told couldn't? Sam, are you still there?
She said that her audio is not working. Hi, Tyler.
Okay, was that necessary?
Sorry. I'll mute myself.
Okay, I'm going to try to put Sam on the phone here. And you, Yvonne, do you have Stefan? We can't hear you.
Yeah, I do, Sherry.
Okay, good.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Sam.
All right, Stefan.
All right.
And speaker.
Can you hear me on the, can you unmute?
Yeah.
Can you hear me on the computer? I see you there.
No, I can't hear you on the computer.
Okay. So who
Stefan, can you hear Sherry?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. I don't see.
Okay, Sherry, can you hear Stefan?
Talk for me, Stefan.
Say something, Stefan.
Hi. Okay.
Oh, good. Okay.
Royce, do you have signal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Logging back in.
You're logging back in? Okay.
Why
It's
were Tasha's
school-wide.
on?
I mean, Dale let us know it's school-wide, so it's none of your faults. Hey, Devin, I'm glad you're able to get.
Because I was trying.
So you said, sorry. So you're going on to the link, Sam? I don't see you.
Yeah, I'm logging back in.
Okay, don't hang up until you've been able to log back in, okay?
Okay.
All right. Happy Friday, everybody. And Nathan said he was having a hard time too. I can't even keep up with these phone calls. Hold on.
No, do not have audio for a little bit.
Okay. Can anyone get Nathan on the phone?
Okay, Sherry,
Yes.
I'm on it.
what's that? Who needs to be on the phone, Sherry?
Nathan.
Nathan, I got it.
Nathan?
Andrew's calling Nathan. Eleanor just entered 3 minutes late. It's not starting out as the best morning.
Connecting to Google. Oh, but that works still. I have audio.
What?
Players to sign in.
Mute yourselves if you've got.
Jerry.
Hi, Eleanor.
All right.
Let me. Sherry, I just got in because I connected to my Google, so I'm in the waiting room.
Oh, okay. Woo! Busy morning around here.
Yeah, because.
All right, Jordan, is you in? Okay, good.
Oh, there you are. I can take you off the phone.
But
Okay.
otherwise, I was trying to log in as normal, but it says you need to sign in because usually I don't sign in and be logging just fine.
Right. So what I heard from, do you have Nathan? Andrew?
Your message for.
Okay, what's that? Whoever's doing that, please mute while you're doing it.
Sorry.
I'm feeling a bit.
I tried to call him, but answering machine.
Alright, Sherry, I already have auto.
You do? So I can get you off here then?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm
Yeah.
going to call Nathan and get him on.
Alright.
Okay, bye.
Alright. Bye.
I spent half our time just trying to get on this morning. Okay, I'm getting Nathan on my phone, if he answers. Andrew, I got it. So put your phone down, please.
If I may, Sherry.
Hi, Nathan. You're so not alone. It's a crazy Zoom morning. So you want to just stay on my phone and we'll do the best we can? We have people on everyone's phones right now.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's start with our good mornings. Andrew, I see you first.
Good morning.
Respond?
Morning, Andrew.
There we go. Roy?
Morning, Andrew.
Morning.
Morning, Royce.
Good morning,
Hey,
Royce.
Royce.
Does that feel better? Tyler?
Good morning, Tyler.
Good morning, Tyler.
Morning, Tyler.
Morning, Tyler.
Glad.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
morning. Natasha.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning,
Good morning, Natasha. Jinx.
Natasha. Devin.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Devin. Morning, Devin.
Devin. Eleanor.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Eleanor.
Good morning.
Jordan.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Morning,
Jordan.
Jordan.
Good morning, Jordan. Sam.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Sam.
Morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Sam.
And then we've got, well, John and Yvonne, I'm not going to pick on because they're supposed to be getting to do other things right now. They're just helping me because of these issues. And then here, over here, we have Nathan. Nathan, you say good morning?
everyone.
Good morning, Nathan.
Good morning,
And
Nathan.
then on Yvonne's phone,
Morning.
we have Stefan. Stefan, can you
Good
hear me?
morning.
Good morning, Stefan. Morning, Stefan.
Good
Morning,
morning,
Stefan.
I say good morning.
Are we missing people? We are missing Jonathan, correct?
No, can you
Yeah,
hear me?
you're missing Johnson.
Okay. Woo! This is fun. So I'm glad to see, though, that it isn't that our two on the adult side are kicked out, but that it's a whole school-wide thing. I'd rather see that than know that Jordan and Tasha can't get in on a regular basis. So things could always be worse, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
A couple things I want to talk to you about today. First is when you make your phone calls to me, if you have homework you're either I have not corrected or that you're working on. Jonathan's trying to call me too. I can't take any more phone calls. I don't know what to do there. I guess I don't know how to do that.
Jerry, what you do is when Nathan's on hold and you answer for Jonathan, it will say merge call and you press that.
So hold and accept?
Yeah, and then it will show you a merge call and then you press that and it turns into a conference call.
It doesn't show me that though. It only shows me a hold or a speaker. Nathan, are you still there?
Phones are different. Not all phones.
And I lost Nathan over it, so that won't work. I gotta call Nathan back now. Oh my goodness.
Sherry,
Yes.
do you need me, Sherry, do you need me to get Jonathan on the phone?
Yes, please. Nathan,
Yes.
All right.
super sorry. I
let's
was
see.
trying to go high tech with these guys and I had to merge a call, but I was unsuccessful.
Okay, hold on. Give me a minute.
So
Do your best.
I really am trying. Okay, so
I mean, at least you said do your best. So
that's all we can do sometimes, right?
yeah.
So first off, what I was trying to say, if you have assignments I have not corrected or assignments you are working on, please have one of those pulled up and ready to go when you call me. Because technically, I mean, we only get about 10 to 12 minutes together max. Okay, so we don't want to waste time with people messing around and finding their stuff. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Second, I have to do one of those examples today with one of our students. And I need you all to be respectful and can give constructive criticism, okay? but I don't want to see eye rolls or
Okay, now I got Jonathan on the line. So here you
Okay.
go.
So no eye rolls, no OMGs, right? We're going to be respectful, but we are going to learn from these things like I told you, okay? So Miss Sam yesterday calls me before the second meeting and says that she is going to Zoom on her phone because she's going to go shopping with her dad. What do we think? Is that okay? Go ahead, Natasha.
No, she should have informed you before.
Well,
She can't
is
be
it
on
okay?
Zoom.
She did inform me ahead, but
Let's
doesn't.
just say no,
How many of you would think that's okay?
because
I don't think that's okay.
Good question.
Because the movement.
Okay, hold on. Stefan has a question. Go ahead, Stefan.
No, I didn't hear the question.
Oh, I was saying that Sam decided to take her Zoom on the road yesterday for the meeting and wanted to Zoom in our meeting while she was walking through a store. She did let me know ahead, but is that okay or not okay, and why?
It's not okay because
No,
like
that's not okay.
when you're walking through a store, there's a bunch of people walking by you, and you're moving around a lot, so that's distracting for the rest of us with her moving so much.
And does it set a good example for the rest of the class?
No.
Go ahead, Natasha.
I would say no, because then someone else will want to do that, probably.
Yeah, so Sam, I'm sorry. I mean, I did give Sam a heads up that we were going to talk about this, but we have to talk about this, okay? So what I asked her was, would you be doing this if you were in your class or at your job? Because it always boils down to that here, right? If you were in your class, would you have left your class to go to this grocery store with Dad? It's another question. Do you think it'd be okay to leave school to go grocery shopping?
No, it would not.
Now, it looks like Sam's trying to save herself by throwing somebody else under here. So, Sam, who else did that? Put it in chat for me, okay? Oh, a teacher? Yeah. Unfortunately, sometimes teachers aren't professional either, right? And that's what you're going to see with employees. Sometimes you're like when you're at Kaiser, you're going to see some really good employees, and you're going to see some employees that you're going, "Ooh, Sherry wouldn't let us do that," right? You're going to see that. Unfortunately, you are, because there's, people that get in Kaiser, for one thing, that's a union job. And once you pass your 90 days, it's really hard to get rid of somebody. So no, that's not a good idea. Okay. And I'm sorry if you've had teachers do that. I promise you will not have me do that ever, because I really try to teach by example. Okay. So does anyone have any words of advice or wisdom for Sam? Go ahead, Natasha.
I would say next time if she's going to go somewhere, she should tell you before and then not come on Zoom, probably. It's just my own opinion.
But is that okay in the first place?
No, but I'm just saying, I'm saying she shouldn't have went somewhere because it's distracting, but she should call you beforehand so you know what she's doing.
If you are calling out of class with me, or calling out of work, or calling out of a meeting, it needs to be a darn good reason.
I'm saying like something important, like
But
doctor's
yeah,
appointment.
going grocery shopping with Dad, is that critical?
No, I'm just saying no. I was trying to say something like a doctor's appointment.
Yeah,
or something
things like that, that's
what I'm
different. And yes, I should know in advance, and you should still try to do it after hours whenever you can, or on breaks. Go ahead, Jordan. Gotta unmute.
Sam could have waited until like after the second meeting, or told her dad, "Hey, I have my afternoon meeting. Can we go shopping after?"
Okay, and I know Sam's dad's real busy with work, and I understand that when you miss your parents, you want to spend time with them. I do understand these things, but this is about being successful at work, right? So sometimes we have to not do the fun things that come up. And as we go through this class, I have a lot of different kind of scenarios on that we'll talk about, okay? So Sam, I'm going to stop now, all right? But not at okay. And she wanted to join, and I said, no, do not join because it's distracting to our class, right? And I don't want to show that example. I don't want you all to think it's okay with me if we do that, because it's not. Okay? So we're done with that. Moving on. I had a couple of compliments this week from our staff as they were working with you. Stefan, I hear you did a fantastic job yesterday, that you were participating a lot. Yeah, that came from John, that you were really participating and that you did a great job and that you were very polite, which I think you're polite anyways. Royce, I had a compliment on you that you're really opening up and engaging in conversation. So good job. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Eleanor.
Yes?
I also heard that you did a great job with the assessment with Yvonne, right? That you're really communicating and you wrote down all your answers right. And when she had you review them, I mean, you wrote it all down and you did exactly what you said you did. So that's a compliment that came to you.
Okay.
Okay. On the other side of that, you're not calling Yvonne on time.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to call on time. And Jonathan, are you out there somewhere? Jonathan?
Here.
Okay. So Jonathan, I know you're having a hard time getting on, and that yesterday you did too, right? But I want you to start trying to get on a little bit earlier. Okay. When I see you trying to get on your first times, like at 9:03, I mean, you're already late to work, right? So I want you to try to get on a little bit earlier than you do. Okay. So those were the kudos that came my way. Royce, are you frozen?
No.
You're just sitting real still. Okay, so let's move on to our packet, okay?
All right.
Oh, where did I put my packet? Tell you all to be prepared.
Yeah, you might want to tell me that again since I had to move places from my room to out here.
It's because I was working on mine yesterday.
Hey, sure. Do you mind if I go grab it real quick and come right back?
Go ahead, because I can't find one either. We start our mornings with on Fridays with a staff meeting, and I just had so many people calling me, and whew. Okay, I'm going to have to trust you all for a moment to not do things inappropriate while I take a little run to grab mine, if I can. Okay? Be right back. Woo! I miss a point today.
Yeah.
Minus a point for the teacher. All right.
Anything I missed?
Nope, this is me going to get my paperwork.
Good. I timed it right.
Nathan, are you with us still? Nathan? Did I lose you on the phone? I don't know where Nathan is. Okay, I'm just glad I have a lot of phone calls today because everyone's phones seem to be working.
If I may ask, what packet is she talking about?
What? Our packet? What's that?
You want me to call Nathan?
I had him on the phone here, but I can't hear him now. No, I don't need that, son. I don't need that. Let Mama work, okay? I appreciate it. Come here.
Okay, so
come here. Say good morning, and then I gotta get.
Do you want me to try and call Nathan?
Sure, it says he's on my line, but I can't hear him. All right, Tony wants to say good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, Tony. Hi.
Hi, Tony. Nice shades, Tony.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Oh, okay.
What happened, Yvonne?
Oh no, I'm just making sure that he's on the line. But if you still haven't connected, maybe he just went to the bathroom or something.
Yeah, you're here, Nathan?
I'm on my computer because I'm at my work to make sure that everything's done.
Okay, all right, Tony. That's good. You go up on the work now, okay? All right. Thank you.
I know, Lincoln is.
Okay. I believe that we are at activity 7. Oh, wait a second. Did we do the last activity 4? No.
No, I don't believe
Or
so.
activity 3, right?
What are you talking about?
Let's go to page 350, underneath activity 2, where it says activity 3. Okay? And it says,
Page 350.
yes, activity 3.
Been there, done that.
Where it says, please give an example of when you helped someone recently, either at work or, oh, we did that one. Okay, so sorry. Let's get to our next one. When I get to organized enough, I will be posting what we're going to go over. I'm just not there yet. All right, so we did not do activity 4, correct? Page 351?
Right.
Okay. So on top it says success is not only what you gain in life. If you're messing papers around, please mute yourselves. Eleanor, you need to start having your stuff out in the morning. Okay?
Really?
Not digging through the bag. And who is this up here? Clad, where'd you go?
Oh, sorry, my thumb was coming to the camera.
Now, Clad and Royce, why do you have skinny pictures?
Huh?
Wherever
Oh, because
I see the full square, I see this little bit with you and Royce. Why is
Oh,
that?
I know
because
why.
our phones are placed differently. That's why.
Rotate your phones.
Yeah, I know what to do.
I would, but I can't.
Why can't you rotate your phone?
Because if I rotate my phone, you only see my keyboard and my face.
Got it.
Okay. So Eleanor, we have a meeting today, and that's one of the things we're going to be talking about, is that you need to have stuff out there and be on time. What's that noise?
Fun.
Okay. Let's try this again. Success is not only what you gain in life or accomplish for yourself, it's also what you do for others. Does anyone have a comment on that? Go ahead, Ethan.
So, accomplish for yourself is also what you do for others. Let's see. So basically, I just lost my train of thought.
We can come back to you. Okay, Natasha, I saw your hand up.
I was on
I don't even know what you're on.
Okay, again, we're on page 351 in our soft skills packet that we've been working on.
Just take your time.
Activity 4. Okay, Natasha, what did you have to say?
I was gonna say, helping others makes it easier for them in the community. When you're helping them in the community, it makes it easier for them.
But how does it make you a better person?
Makes you more social.
It does. Does it build empathy?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Okay, so now, Eleanor, you are showing me after like 10 minutes that you found your assignment. Okay? We got to work on this. Page 351. Eleanor, look at page 351. All right. And actually, we're going to go to page 355 now. Okay, so now we're going to turn to page 355. Okay?
355.
355.
Be good.
Okay, and we're going to go to the case study, number 1, at the middle of the page.
I guess the only thing I can really do is think I can.
Is everybody there?
I'm there.
Page 355, case study 1. Yes, Natasha?
Do you want me to read it?
Sure, you can read it. Now remember, this is the one where I was talking about the flat, right?
That means apartment.
That means apartment. So there's some words in here that we don't normally use, but go ahead, Natasha.
Your friend Carol, who is 17, has lived alone in her own flat for 12 months. When she got her flat, she was working and with good budgeting skills and managed to pay her rent, food, and have money for entertainment. I think that's Carol. Or it's Carol. Carol was very proud of her flat. It seems to be enjoying her independence lifestyle, though not her fault.
Through no fault of her own.
Through no fault of her own, Carol was making redundant, and she's been redundant, and she has been unemployed and dependent on benefits for the last 3 months.
Oh, hold on for a sec. So basically, she lost her job, right? When she got her flat or her apartment, she was making money. She was able to pay all of her bills, right? But then she lost her job, and it wasn't her fault. All right, go ahead, Natasha.
And the time she had building up rent payments, never seemed to have food, and not keeping the flat as clean as she used to. You have also heard of other friends that she is borrowing money.
Okay. So, sounds like she's going downhill a little bit here, right? She no longer can pay her bills. I think she's probably feeling a little bit depressed, is why she's not keeping her place up like she did. Okay, she's borrowing money. She doesn't have food. So they're asking, how can you help Carol?
Like that you could offer money. You could offer her a place to live for a while until she gets back on her feet.
Yes, you could do those things. Anybody else? Go ahead, Natasha. Sorry, I got her hands.
Okay. I think they're back online.
Go ahead, Natasha.
I was going to say she needs to manage her money better to pay for the utilities.
That's very true. I see Brad's hand.
Yes, I think she should go out of her way, so that way she doesn't feel depressed or, well, sad. She needs a reason to keep going.
To make her feel better?
Yeah, mentally. Because right now she doesn't look like she's doing well.
Okay, hold on, Natasha. You always have answers, which is great, but I got to hear from other people too.
It's fine.
Stefan, go ahead, Stefan. Do you have an opinion on how you could help your friend Carol? Nope. Okay, Tyler. How could you help your friend Carol? Yep, that's an excellent idea. Let's see, Royce, do you have an opinion?
She might get a job that she wants so she can help pay the rent and such and fun for herself.
Yeah, so you're going to help her get another job?
If it's in my ability, yes, I can.
Okay, all right. Devin. What can you do to help Carol? I can't hear you.
He's gonna have to type it.
For groceries?
You could give her money for groceries?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Eleanor, what could you do to help your friend Carol?
Get new job.
Help her get a new job. Okay. Jordan?
She could get a new job, and then when she gets that new job, she could save up her money for food and stuff, since she doesn't have those right now.
Okay. Sam? What would you do to help your friend Carol?
She can go to different stores to go food shopping at.
Oh, less
That's
expensive store?
cheaper. Yeah.
A cheaper store? Okay.
A little bit cheaper.
Managing her money better then, right?
Yeah.
We can't all afford
Yeah.
to shop at Rayleigh's, right? Some of us need to shop at Walmart.
Yeah.
Or what's that other big store? Winco.
Winco.
Okay. So some of your answers were very. Oh, Andrew, I didn't ask you.
Okay, what was the question again?
Really?
I
I just asked it like 10 times.
Sorry.
Okay, we're going to move on. All right, so some of you wanted to help her in kind of what's called an enabling way, right? You want to give her money, you want to give her a place to live, and that's nice. But I really think the other ways that people suggested, right? You could maybe help her talk to her, help her feel better about herself. You could teach her how to budget her money. You could help with maybe trying to help her find a new job, right? Because sometimes, I mean, if we happen to have extra money, yes, we can help people, but that's not going to help them as long as helping them think for themselves, right? Go ahead, Natasha.
I was just gonna say something, because what I was gonna say was you could tell her how to use food stamps, but you're actually really right, because if you give someone money all the time, they're gonna think, oh, I can just rely on you and not get a job.
Yeah, some people take advantage, unfortunately, of people's good nature, right?
Acá está tu agenda. La pintamos.
Jonathan?
En la mañana.
Jonathan? Jonathan? Oh, last call for Jonathan.
I think he's talking to us now.
Hello.
Hey, are you with us or are you somewhere else? Did you pay attention?
With you.
Did you pay attention to the question?
Question.
Okay, moving on. Guys, I need you to pay attention. Like Andrew, we went through that with like 8 students. You heard it so many times, okay? So you should know. And I know you have your work in front of you because you went to go get it, okay? Guys, I'm sorry that I am not at my ultimate patience today. I've just already been extremely worked this morning. And I think you're all coming around to knowing the expectations, right?
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we try case study 2? Honey, you have to. Okay, Sue's coming in.
Take your time, Sherry.
Sue's coming on in here. If she can get in.
I'm Sherry.
Yes, Natasha.
you want me to read this, or would you like someone else to?
I'm going to have someone else read this one. Who wants to read case study 2? Plaid?
I'll read it.
All right, go ahead, Plaid.
Whilst you are a student, you decide to
subside.
Subsidize.
What is this word? Subsidize. What does that mean?
Add to your current.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Right? And as you read it, you'll get it. So he already has a student, but now he's getting a weekend job so that he can subsidize his income, which means make more money. Okay?
I feel like I'm learning more British every day.
I know. Go ahead.
I enjoy it. Whilst you are a student, you decide to subsidize your money and start a weekend job in the local coffee shop. As the months go by, you get to know the regular customers, Mrs. Brown and Mrs. Simpson.
Hold on, guys. If you are not talking, please mute. Please mute if you're not talking. Go ahead, Brad.
Both these widowed pensioners come in every Friday and Saturday afternoon. You notice that
Where's the background?
That would be Jonathan.
It's Jonathan again.
Jonathan, mute.
Wait, what?
You need to mute so we're not hearing all of your background noise.
I can't get in. I tried.
Mute. Push the mute button.
It's either him or Giovanni presses it.
Oh, Yvonne. Here, push the mute.
There we go.
Sorry, I think it's the first time I'm cranky, but I'm pretty cranky right now. So, Clad, before you try to go on again, what is a widowed pensioner? Can anyone tell me that?
That means
Royce, did you raise your hand? Go ahead.
that widowed means that their beloved ones passed away and they're all alone.
Right. And what's a pensioner? Go ahead, Natasha.
I think it means a retired person, a senior.
So this is a widow, right? She's lost her husband and she's retired, so she doesn't have very much money. Okay? All right, Clad, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No worries. All right. You notice that they have not been in for a few weeks, and let me turn this page. Then Mrs. Simpson comes in alone and tells you that Mrs. Brown is now housebound after a quote-unquote nasty fall that severely damaged her leg. She tells you that Mrs. Brown is a quote-unquote bit down about not being able to get out to meet people and do her own shopping. How can you help Mrs. Brown?
What's it mean to be a bit down?
Depressed.
I see Roy depressed. Okay. Well, let's try to go by hands. All right. Royce, were you going to say something different?
I'd probably like to answer the question, but I'll wait.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, it says, how can I help Mrs. Brown? My grandmother lives in that sort of situation. Well, not being bit down, more like something happened to her. And I always take care of her no matter what. I'll help her with the shopping. I'll help her wash dishes. I help clean the house. I'll help her on chores, and I help her with her medicine too.
Okay, so you help her out. Natasha, I've seen your patient hand there. Go ahead.
I would say probably help her out with the groceries and get her out of the house.
Okay, so you bring the groceries to her house?
Yeah, bring it to her house.
And what would you do to get her out of the house?
Try to get her out of the house and have her socialize.
But she's not being able to walk, right?
You'd probably get her wheelchair.
Okay, go ahead, Clad.
I would advise. I would motivate her to be able to socialize and go out and about with herself.
Okay.
In terms of like her moving situation, I would get her a stick and cane.
A stick and cane. Nathan, do you have a comment?
You could like you could try and give her like you know those walkers that you could give her a walker that rolls and then and stuff like that.
So y'all hearing him? They could get a walker.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Go ahead, Nathan. I see you, Andrew.
And I also tried to help her walk, like needing support.
Okay, so he'd get her a walker and help her walk and provide the support. That's nice. All right, Andrew, what do you have?
Compared to my what my grandpa had, which was ALS, you probably know what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had to help him get up the stairs. Just same thing, support, like make sure it doesn't fall down and all that.
Okay. Good. A lot of supportive people here. Sam, what would you do to help?
Yeah, look down in the chat if she says something.
Sam. I think she's texting us an answer.
Yeah, what to say.
What'd you say, Sam?
She said that she's thinking what to say.
Okay. Who else has not responded to this answer? Devin.
Her leg was injured.
Yes, her leg was injured and she's feeling a bit down.
Right. And there's no one to help her.
You could go and help her? Okay. Eleanor? Oh, go ahead, Devin. Sorry.
By putting her in a wheelchair.
Okay. Nathan, you have a lot of background, guy.
Sorry.
Yeah, I hear a lot of noise. Okay. So, Devin, you would help her with the wheelchair? Is anybody going to try and cheer her up or visit her?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of people wanting to visit. Jordan,
Definitely would.
comment?
Yeah, I do it to my grandma all the time.
You could go visit her since she does have a broken leg. You could go visit her and ask her how she's doing and if she needs anything like food or water.
Yeah, exactly. She can't get to the store right now, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably nice if someone wanted to help her out and bring the groceries home for her. Okay. Tyler, did you have a comment? That's nice. Hey, Tyler, did you not get the memo that you don't have to wear your uniform today, or you just really like it? That's all right. So Friday is no uniform day, but you look sharp. Okay.
Too legit.
Let's see. We've got until 10:20. The next. What's that?
Sam said something.
Okay, what'd Sam say? She said she can go help take her to the store and go back to her house and cook food for her. Well, that's nice. Sam's going to prepare a meal. That's great. Any final comments before I move on? Nope. Oh, who am I not hearing for that's on, hold on. Stefan, do you have a comment? Stefan? Jonathan? Okay, looks like I lost Yvonne, which means I also lost Stefan. Yvonne and Stefan, it rhymes. Okay. All right. Activity 8 is a word search. Okay. Again, you can do those on your own. It's your choice if you want to do them. but please don't use your one-on-one support to complete the word search, okay?
Hey, Sherry.
Yes, Andrew?
I've already completed the word search and the puzzle. That is the code, too.
Okay, so Andrew's ahead of the game. What'd you say, Nathan?
I just said yes to Sherry.
Okay. All right, let's turn and see what's happening for us on page 392. Oh, we're going to take a little quiz here. I'm going to read this one, okay? So
All right.
it says, what are manners? Manners are not just about saying please and thank you, although these are obviously very important. Sometimes we say or do things in an unthinking way that can seriously hurt another person's feelings. If we've had a bad day or recent experience, it's very easy to bring your mood into the workplace, which mine got there a little bit this morning. It was just incredibly frustrating morning, but I should not bring any type of mood into the workplace. Obviously, this is not acceptable. Reputations are made and broken by a person's manners or lack of them. No matter where you work, people pay attention to the service they get. They are very quick to criticize, but slow to praise. What's that mean?
That means that if not, they don't even need to worry about they see something. So, for example, say that I'm working at Home Depot, but I'm not marketing unless I'm enjoying my work. You don't want to come ask help from because I don't look like I enjoy my job or someone who it would be pleased some kind of thing. So they don't want to come and ask for okay, I think that the wrong person don't want to put there right now work kind of thing.
Kind of cutting up, but I'm thinking you're saying they're not smiling in the workplace?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I really wanted to comment on was this. This is with customers. Customers are very quick to criticize, but slow to praise. Natasha, go ahead.
It means if you're in a bad mood when you're working there, they're going to see you're in a bad mood and they're not going to like that. But if you're really nice to them and helpful, they're going to criticize that and then go to wherever you're working at and tell the boss that. That's all I'm just trying to say. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Does anyone else have an opinion on that?
No.
Let's not all talk at once. Come on now. I can call names. All right. So what this means is that customers are really quick to complain, right? If you're frowning or you don't give good service, they're really quick to complain, but they're not as quick to compliment. So even if you're being bright and shiny, right, and you're helpful and you're nice, they might compliment you, okay? But they're definitely going to be quick to complain if you're not giving good service, right? Anybody else have anything on that? Opinions? John?
Great.
No? Very quiet class today. Okay.
I think I know why it's very quiet.
Why?
Because of the mood that you're in.
I'm not in that bad a mood. I'm still smiling.
Okay, good. That's good. Sam said something in the chat, by the way.
Sam says, I will say, how is your day? And I will say, do you need any help? Okay. So then it says, we therefore have to work harder to get appreciation and give outstanding customer service. This means being polite at all times, no matter what mood we're in. So, how polite are you? And that's our quiz. Jordan, you have something to say?
I was going to ask, can I read the first question on the quiz and then tell what I put down for the answer?
Sure.
Okay. It says, you were sitting on the crowded bus when a heavily pregnant woman gets on. Do you? And I said, A, get up and offer her your seat. Because if someone's pregnant, they're not going to want to stand the whole time.
Okay, but you need to read all the choices.
Get up and offer her your seat. Make faces at the man opposite you till he gets up and gives her his seat. Look palely out the window so you don't catch her eye. Ignore her, you were here first.
Okay. I'm going to just repeat for some of these people for clarification on the phone. You're sitting on a crowded bus when a very pregnant woman gets on. Do you A, get up and offer her your seat? B, make faces at the man sitting across from you until he gets up and gives her his seat? C, look straight out the window and try not to catch her eye? Or D, ignore her because you were here first? Eleanor, I see your hand. Eleanor, are you frozen? Eleanor, are you there? Okay, I can't hear Eleanor.
I can vaguely hear her.
What's she saying? She's frozen again.
Yeah, well, I did hear very faint yes that she is there.
Okay.
Oh my.
Royce, what would you do?
I would say A.
Say A. So go ahead and mark these on your sheets, okay? Nathan, what would you say?
I would say
A. Okay.
Yeah.
Tyler? All right. Plaid?
A.
And Eleanor, are you here with us yet? No? Devin?
A.
Okay. Natasha?
A.
Andrew?
A, and so did Sam.
Okay. Thank you, Sam. And Stefan out there? Okay. And so you're supposed to answer these honestly, right? But I'm glad that you all said A, because that's not what everybody would do, right? You're like, I don't see her. And that's something I'll always expect from all of you on the bus, even though they say up front is for elderly and people with disabilities, right? There's none of you that need to be up front unless you feel unsafe on the bus. Okay? If there's someone on that bus that makes you feel uncomfortable, then you should absolutely be sitting up front. Other than that, I don't think that many of you have a need to do that, right? So you want to be courteous of others. Okay? Because there are people with more physical disabilities that have a harder time working than anyone in our class, for example. Go ahead, Andrew.
When I was with Grace at Little Rough, we did like a lot of RT bus things, like field trips and all that to Sunrise Mall.
Yeah.
And there's one student who needed a wheelchair since he couldn't walk as far. Mm-hmm. I helped the bus driver actually load up the wheelchair.
Good.
So that's how helpful I am.
Well, and sometimes bus drivers want that help, and sometimes they're kind of grumpy in a hurry, and they want you to just move out of the way, right? So you got to kind of be able to read that. Some of them really appreciate it, and some of them are like, "Ooh, get out of my way," right? Yeah, you know, so you can get
I'm pretty good at that. So
really good bus drivers and not such good bus drivers, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at telling the difference. First, if they're just pulling up, I'll look at their body posture. I almost pronounced that completely wrong, but okay. And if it's like, if I notice that they're not in a good mood, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna lay off.
Yeah, sometimes you can make someone in a bad mood smile, right? But if you give it a shot and they're so
I did that before. I have did that before.
All right, let's move on. Okay. So number 2, Stefan. Let's see, Tyler. Can you please read number 2? that one's a little bit more complicated, isn't it? All right. So I'm starting up here at my corner because I'm calling on all. Royce, what would you choose for number 2 and why?
I would say A, run after him because if I didn't hear that last part of the instructions, if I ignored him my test anyways, but I didn't hear what he said, he might be mad at me. So I might catch up there and say, "Can you repeat the last part? I didn't hear you."
Okay. And Tyler? Okay. Any reason for that? Good. Clad?
I would also say A.
Okay. Any reasoning for you that's different? And can you please sit down?
Let me think. I'm sorry. My reasoning would be so that way I actually know what I'm doing.
Good.
At the very end, because then if I don't get all the instructions, then I won't exactly have a clear vision of what I'm doing.
All right. Natasha?
Bug me.
I picked A, and the reason is so you can get it done on time.
Good. Devin?
I would say A.
And why?
Because when you're at the job and you don't know what to do, then your manager or one of your coworkers will give you instructions so that you don't forget it.
Okay. Eleanor, do you have an answer?
No.
Cut it out again. Which one would you pick?
She said that she didn't have an answer. Never mind.
Let's see how she said A. All right. Jordan?
Jordan, unmute.
Can't hear you.
I was saying that I chose A because if you don't understand what they're saying and they're running and they're walking away while talking, you can't understand the instructions. You're like, huh? You were walking away while you were saying it.
All right, Andrew?
A.
And why?
The reason is because if you can't really hear him while he's walking away, it's like you have to ask him what that is if you can repeat the last part.
Okay. Nathan, what's your opinion?
I would say D. The reason why that is because maybe he's in a hurry and maybe he has something to do and not get instructions. And then it kind of just looks weird trying to run after the boss. I feel like that's what I heard from my dad. So, I mean, there were a couple times I got chased for instructions.
Okay, so go ahead. Sorry. Okay, so what if this task needed to be done right away and he went home for the day? And the next day he had a day off. So what do you think about that? What do you think's going to happen when the boss does get back and the job hasn't been done?
He would not feel, he would not
You're cutting out, Libby. He would not be happy?
yeah, he would not be pleased.
Right. So honestly, A is the answer we're looking for here. Go ahead, Andrew.
I was gonna say because if he did that, he would get fired.
Good. Okay. Well, I mean, so running after him is better because it doesn't take his time away, right? Like if you shout out for him to come back, I think that would more irritate him than running after him. And if you just ignore him, well, it's never really a good idea to ignore your boss, right? And if you just leave it until he returns, that could not go well either in like the scenarios that I just put out, right? So the answer would be A. Okay?
I just feel guilty now.
You just what?
I said I feel
Okay. I didn't hear it again. And then
I said I feel silly.
you feel chilly?
I said silly.
Oh, you feel silly. That's okay. That's why we talk about these things, right? And Sam says she chose A because she should not be running while saying the instructions at all because no one can understand what he's saying. Yeah, you'll find me in situations like that sometimes too, just because I'm so busy trying to do the next thing. But I would prefer that you came after me and said, sorry, but I didn't understand it. Can you say it again? That way the job still got done. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's move on. We have 20 minutes left. Let's move on to number 3. And Sam's breaking up too much. Natasha, you already read one. Royce, can you please read number 3?
All right.
Happy to, huh? You're happy to read it, right?
Sure, yes.
Okay, go ahead with number 3.
Your great Aunt Marjorie has hand-knit you a bright yellow and purple sweater for Christmas. It's absolutely ghastly. Do you A, thank her, hug her, and put it on immediately so she can see it on you? B, laugh out loud and say you gotta be kidding? C, thank her and put it down carefully before opening the next present? D, say nothing. You don't trust yourself.
Okay, and Royce, what would you say?
Well, I'm not really much of a sweater guy, but I don't want to hurt my quote unquote aunt's feelings. So I'll just say I'll thank her, hug her, and put it on immediately so she can see it on me.
Okay. Nathan?
That's a good one. I don't know what I would pick.
We got to pick one. I can come back to you.
I probably would pick A.
You would probably pick B, C. A, okay. All right. Sam, did you comment on that one?
She didn't quite yet.
Okay. Plaid has his hand up. Go ahead, Plaid.
I would also pick A.
Okay.
Mostly just to show my gratitude.
Okay. Natasha?
I would pick A so I wouldn't hurt her feelings.
Okay. Andrew?
A.
Devin?
He's frozen on my side. Never mind.
Devin, what would you pick?
A.
Okay. Eleanor, what would you pick?
That would be A.
I think you just pay attention here. Jordan?
I would pick A, thank her, put it on immediately, and then so she can see how it looks on you. Because the other answers I feel like are rude to say to your great aunt or something, even if it's grody.
Does that mean that you have to wear it hanging out with your friends at the mall?
No.
No. But you were polite, right? I mean, she worked hard in her heart, in her mind, right? And in her little hands making it for you, she was really meant to do something nice for you. Even though you're like, oh, just like when you all gave me a hard time on the purple shirts. I was really trying to be nice. But in the future, I will ask students what colors they want and have them agree before it comes my
I'll admit,
I like this.
And hey Sherry, speaking of here it comes the glare on your screen.
That's why I said it's my halo. All right.
You're funny.
So Sam said she would pick A. That is a good answer. Go ahead, Plaid.
I must say though, those purple shirts were pretty ghastly.
Are they pretty ghastly?
Well, I mean, it makes sense. They were purple, so they were ghastly.
No, purple's royalty.
Maybe.
Go ahead, Natasha.
I'm just saying that it's not that bad of a color, that the shirt. I like it.
You know, I'm just happy they get to get different colors now and that we get the Project Search logo. But really, you all taught me that in the future, because I get a hold of you all a lot before you start our class, right? So there's no reason I couldn't get a hold of you for that. So
True.
people truly do not like it, save it for that emergency shirt. Right? When you go, oh man, I forgot to wash them, or this is wrinkly, I can't wear it. Just keep it really nice in your closet so in case of emergency, it's ready to go. Okay? Or whatever your least favorite color shirt is, do that with. If you really have one you don't like at all. Okay? It's not like I say on Mondays you have to wear purple and on Tuesdays, right? I don't care what colors you use. I just want you to have enough shirts. Glad I need you to sit down and be still.
Sorry, I put my phone down so I can turn to the next page.
Okay. We got to have you sit. It makes me crazy when there's so much movement, and it also does not look professional in meetings, okay? So we have 14 more minutes. Let's keep on going. Andrew, I have a feeling you're the man to read this question. Number 4.
You've just drunk a large...
Wait a second. Read it off of paper, not off computer, so you are giving us eye contact. Okay, but you need to be here with us, not over there. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead.
You've just drunk a large can of Coke. Boy, you're thirsty. Suddenly, the loudest...
Boy, were you thirsty.
Yeah, I know that, John. Suddenly, the loudest verb erupts unexpectedly from your mouth. Do you A, laugh your head off, you're so proud, B, blush fiercely and apologize for being so rude, C, say nothing. Why should you? It's a natural thing. D, try to do it again just for laughs.
Andrew, in your new mature self, what would your answer be?
I'd probably be polite and just, I guess that would be that's a good one. That's actually a really good question.
All right.
Jeez.
Come back. Nathan, what would you do?
Like Andrew said, that was actually that's a pretty hard question, but I'd probably go with B.
Okay. Natasha?
B.
Okay. Royce?
B. I won't blush. I was with this apologize.
You don't have to blush furiously, but
yeah.
You'd be embarrassed about it and you would apologize for being rude. Tyler? B. Okay. Thad?
B as well.
All right. Gordy?
Sam picked B.
I would say B.
Okay. Eleanor? Eleanor, you need to come back to the screen. You need to be
B.
Okay. What would you say, Eleanor?
You said B.
B. All right. Devin? Devin, are you frozen? All right, I think Devin may be frozen. And Sam said she would pick B. All right, who was I coming back to? Andrew?
Yep. Yeah, I will have to agree with everyone else. Yeah, 'cause it's starting to make sense for B.
Well, that's why I chose you for this because, you know,
Aren't you?
I've heard this is kind of the old you a little bit, but I'm hoping the new you's a changing. Right?
We'll see about that. I mean, I kind of do. I still do it at home a little bit, but my dad always gives me push-ups for it.
He gives you push-ups for it? Yeah, it's not polite. I mean, if you happen to want to act that way with your friends when no one else is around, you know, I mean, what?
Yeah, my dad always gives me like 50 push-ups for each burp. I'm like, seriously?
No. So now I know what to do, right?
Why did I say
Andy,
that?
you just gave her ideas.
All right. We still have 10 minutes. So we can probably do one or two more. Number 5. Who hasn't read?
10 hours? I'm kidding.
I'd like to read.
If you're going to read it, I need you to read it louder, okay? Because you speak real soft on here.
Okay.
All right. So let's try it. Turn your volume all the way up.
Got it.
All right. Go ahead and read number 5.
Okay. It's your birthday, and your Uncle Joe has popped in while you were out to give you your present. It is 2 tickets to see your favorite band. Your uncle will probably pop in again within the next month or so. Do you, A, wait until he comes in again to say thanks? B, phone him immediately? C, send him a thank you card? Or D, never mention it? Well, you forgot.
Okay, you read it great, but it wasn't very loud still. So I'm going to go ahead and read it one more time, okay? But it was very good reading. Thank you. All right, so it's your birthday, and your Uncle Joe has popped in while you were out to give you your present. It's 2 tickets to see your favorite band. Your uncle will probably pop in again within the next month or so. So do you A, wait until he comes again to say thanks? B, phone him immediately? C, send him a thank you card? Or D, never mention it? Oh, well, you forgot. Nathan?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I probably would do B for C because my favorite dude, I would be super excited.
Okay.
But I probably would do C just in case he like lives in Florida or something.
So you would phone him immediately?
What? Oh my goodness. I would send him the thank you card.
Okay. Royce?
Yeah, I'll phone him immediately saying thanks. But even though band's not really my thing.
Okay. All right. You were willing to wear that sweater.
I have standards. I know. I said band's not really my thing, but I still tell him thanks.
All right. Tyler, what would you say?
Sam.
You would say what? Okay.
Sam said B.
All right. Good. Sam Clad?
I would actually say C. I would send him a thank you card because then it gives me the opportunity to send him a gift alongside.
There you go, Jordan.
Say, please send him a thank you card because sometimes our uncles or aunts live far away and they can't always be where you live all the time.
I mean, you can't call them if they live far away?
I mean, you could. You could phone them immediately and say thank you.
Okay, Eleanor, what do you say? Eleanor, what do you say? The number 5. Okay, moving on. Devin, did you answer when you read it?
Okay.
You said A. You're gonna wait till.
A.
Okay, Devin.
A. Number 5.
Okay.
B.
Okay, go ahead, Devin.
B.
B. You would phone her immediately. Natasha.
B.
Yes.
Andrew.
Same answer, which is B.
All right, and then Sam, we got you in here. You pick B because I call and say thank you so much for the 2 tickets. All right, so there's a couple of these answers that could be acceptable. I mean, me, if someone bought me 2 concert tickets to my favorite show, I mean, I would be jumping up and down happy, right? And I would want to call right then. But you could also send him a thank you card. I would not wait till he comes again, right? I mean, that was a pretty great present. Nor would I just blow it off. To me, if someone picks D, that's a pretty spoiled person and not very grateful, right? Does anyone disagree with that? That D sounds like a not very good answer?
I would definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, we're about out of time here. So what I would like you to do is finish this and score yourself. Because you see on page, we have one more question on page 393. 394, there is one more page, one more question, and it shows you how to score yourself. Okay? And remember, this is all a learning experience. You don't have to have all the right answers right now, but hopefully you learn from them and grow, right?
Right.
So this is on manners. And then I believe, let's see, did it say something else at the end? No, this one didn't say it. Okay, so yeah, finish that up, score yourself, and read your answer for what your score was, okay?
Okay.
And then again today, whenever we have our phone call, please have your work up and ready, whatever you want me to grade or work with you on, have it up and ready because we only get about 10 to 12 minutes each, and that books my entire day up until our last meeting, okay? So I won't be able to go overtime. And I want to be able to help you, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I will hear from you all soon when you call me, and I will see you at the end of the day and do a great job in your one-on-ones, okay? And I'm so sorry this was rough this morning.
That's
I'm
all
going to
right.
read all these emails now and see what it is I can hopefully help to do to fix it before this afternoon. But you did all get the email I sent with the afternoon meetings, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. It turns out the farthest they would let me go was, I think, October 16th. So just remember, if it's a holiday, because we will have one of those, or if it's on the weekend, you know that we will not be holding those meetings, okay?
Right.
That's the best I can do for right now. It doesn't let me do it minus weekends, so. All right, I'll see you all later on and talk to you sooner.
All right.
Yeah.
See you, Sherry.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.